Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We are about to preview this weekend's card, UFC Fight Night in Abu Dhabi, coming to us straight from Yas Island. We got a good main event in this one. Cory Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. They were scheduled to fight a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, I think. And Umar pulled out. Rob Font, took his spot. Cory Sandhagen won by decision. This is an interesting fight. You got to respect Cory Sandhagen. He's really willing to take the risk of fighting the most difficult guys in the division. He doesn't shy away from them. In fact, he runs straight towards them. He wanted the Merab fight. Here he is fighting Umar, who really hasn't faced a ranked opponent yet. So it's like all the risk is on Cory's side. I think he's ranked like number 2 at bantamweight right now. Umar, I don't even know what he's ranked currently, but this is a big risk for Cory. This is could be a stylistic nightmare for him, but he's willing to jump in there and prove that he's the best guy at 135, and you got to respect it, man. It's going to be an interesting puzzle for him. The way that I look at fights generally is, an opponent is essentially a puzzle that needs to be solved, and what can Cory, with his skill set, he's very well rounded, he's very dynamic. What can he bring to the table to kind of give Umar his first loss? I don't know, that kind of stuff really, I look forward to it. I like watching. This is why I love this sport. I'm curious to see what he's going to bring to the table. And for Umar, like I said, it's a huge step up for him. Is he ready for this level? I think the general consensus is like the Dagestani guys, because of what they bring to the table with their grappling, and a lot of them are becoming pretty good strikers these days. They're kind of, I think that everybody just kind of sees or thinks that these guys are kind of fighting at an elite level already. So for him to jump up and fight somebody like Cory Sandhagen, it's not a huge deal for him, So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. That bantamweight division, Sugar Sean and Merab are going to go at it later this year at the Sphere. So this fight is probably going to set up who's going to challenge the winner of that fight. So it'll be a good one. It's got some high stakes. Shara Magomedov is on this card. The Bullet, the one-eyed fella. I don't know where I stand on him yet. He's got a crazy look. Dude looks like a fucking pirate. He's fighting Michael Olenchechek. I hope I said that right. Like I said, this card is full of just really difficult names. It's going to be really difficult to do. I'm going to really exercise this tongue, baby. But Shara, we're going to figure out where he's at. I think Olenchechek is a great opponent for him because he's most likely going to stand up and strike with him. Somebody's probably going to get knocked out in this one. It'll be a good test. And they're probably not going to go for takedowns. There'll be very little grappling in this fight. So they're really kind of just trying to set him up for a nice little highlight there. We'll see. The fight that I'm really excited about, though, on this card, that I'm pretty fucking stoked about, is Marlon Vera versus Davidson Figueiredo. I have no idea how this fight's going to go down. Those are my favorite types of fights, is where I have no idea what's going to happen. Marlon Vera is coming off that loss to Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's always been a super durable dude, but he took a very significant amount of damage in that fight. So it's going to be interesting to see how he bounces back. He's arguably a better striker than Figueiredo, but Figueiredo does have some power. And then we're going to see how they match up against each other in the grappling department as well, because Davidson's coming off that win on Cody Garbrandt. As soon as he got that to the ground, it was all him all day. Can he do that to Marlon Vera? I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to find out. This is a great fight. I'm really, really looking forward to this one. It's probably my personal fight of the night. We'll if Davidson wins, it's going to put him in a good spot to kind of, that bantamweight division is stacked, man. If Davidson wins this fight, he almost has as much of an argument as if Cory Sandhagen or Umar were to win. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. We also got Michael Chiesa versus Tony Ferguson. I don't know how I feel about this one, man. I don't know how I feel about Tony Ferguson fights anymore. He's on like a 7-fight losing streak. I know Michael Chiesa's on a bit of a losing streak himself. I think he's maybe like dropped 2 or 3 in a row now. I feel like because of the size difference, Michael Chiesa's probably going to dominate this one. Like if Paddy Pimblett can pretty much out wrestle Tony Ferguson, I don't see Michael Chiesa having too much trouble doing it. Otherwise, like, you know, Michael Chiesa's always kind of had stiff boxing, so maybe Tony Ferguson can have a chance there. He's also super susceptible to like Darce chokes, which is weird, you know, for such a great offensive grappler. Like Michael Chiesa has been submitted quite a few times in his career, a few times by Darce choke, usually chokes. Tony Ferguson, not a bad Darce choker, so we'll see how it goes. I just kind of think this is, I don't know. It's a fight that we put together, you know. It's a fight that's gonna happen. I don't know what the stakes are. I don't know what there is to gain here, but it'll be on the card, and hopefully it's entertaining. We got Mackenzie Dern versus Lupita Godinez. Lupi Godinez. I like both of these girls. I think Lupita's a fucking dog. I think she's a dog. I think she's a scrappy little fighter, little Mexican fighter. It's going to be interesting to see how she matches up against Mackenzie. You know, Mackenzie's kind of been on the decline. I don't know what's necessarily going on there. It seems that she was kind of putting stuff together for a while there, kind of getting her striking game, you know, up to par, and then it kind of somehow went backwards. Obviously, she's an extremely talented BJJ specialist, and if the fight were to make it there, it's probably going to be bad news for Lupi, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what Mackenzie Dern looks like. We'll see what Lupi looks like in this one. It's going to be fun to watch. I'll tell you that much. Not just because of the violence, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this one goes. Not too much else to talk about. Joel Alvarez is fighting. He's an exciting dude. He's a pretty prolific finisher. So he's fighting Elvis Brenner. You know, some Alonzo Menafield is on the prelims. You know, there's some fights there. There's some stuff sprinkled in, but overall, it's a really good main card. Let me scroll down here and see what else we got. Yep, bunch of names that are really hard to pronounce. Jai Herbert's on here. Cedricus Dumas is on here. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be, I'll be watching. Hopefully you'll be watching. But it should be a good card. That's all I got to say about this one, I think. Yeah, with that, best of luck. Enjoy the fights. Might do a little recap on this one afterwards. Might even put out a video before talking about something completely unrelated. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Peace.